welcome back to another one of my videos. I know it's been a while, I haven't been posting very much, but here's some kind of old gameplay. So it's Chinatown. Despite how long it's been out in rank, I am still kind of unfamiliar with this map, so I like playing Embalmer so that if I die fast, I can just farm myself. So it's a feaster on this map, and he finds the first officer first, which is kind of difficult for us because he is our only rescuer, but at the same time, it's a first officer with 2 pocket watches, so he will be able to last a while and let the rest of us decode. The rest of us are pretty fast decoders. The priestess is the slowest one, while me, the embalmer, and the toy merchant decode normally. So we can all decode while the first officer kites, and he just uses his pocket watch just to stall time. Right here, as it ends, the feaster loses sight of him for a moment, but does get a hit on the officer. So he keeps running. He's not really wasting any of the pallets, the resources, which is good for the future kites. He just keeps using his watch and running away. It's very difficult for hunters to do much against first officer in this situation, but here the feaster does a good job of predicting the route that the first officer is just going to run straight ahead and does a charged attack to get him down. So he does die on my cipher, so I have to leave. I was pinging my progress, so I'm hoping that later on either I or one of the other survivors will be able to go back and finish that cipher. And officer does get basement, which is very difficult to deal with. First officer in feaster in basement is a very good camper, so it's a difficult position for us. The toy merchant's cipher wasn't very far. I had to move off of my cipher. And the priestess is the only one that can really save here because of her portals that can get her down into basement to make it a much easier rescue. So she does go in for the rescue. I would have not faulted her in not rescuing at all, to be honest. We probably still could have gone for a tie here with no rescue. But she did get the rescue off. It was pretty good. She did unfortunately get double hit, but at this point, since the officer did die on my cipher, I was able to record his appearance and embalm him. So since I ran further away, I decided to embalm him, and then I ran up after I got that down so that he wouldn't get picked up before I'm done. And then I put the coffin on the 2nd floor just in case the feaster was able to switch to teleport. So he didn't switch to teleport, he didn't go for the officer, which is very good for us. So but the toy merchant did end up getting chased instead. It is a fully fed feaster at this point. It's a little difficult for her to kite here. Unfortunately, she did take the 2 tentacle hits. She wasn't able to dodge them, and she does get chared at this point. No one can really go for the save. Priestess and officer are both injured. I'm the only full health person, but I don't have tide. I ping don't rescue me, but I'm kind of in this position where I'm thinking maybe it'll be safer if I do actually go for the rescue just to stall a bit of time, even though I don't have tide. Not exactly the most genius idea, but it's kind of a weird game, and I'm thinking maybe we can get lucky and pull something out of this. So after I heal up the first officer, I do actually decide to go in for the rescue, while the officer and priestess decode. It is a feaster, so he's difficult to work against. You know, his tentacles. Got a hit there and just farmed the toy merchant immediately. I didn't do a very good job with that rescue. I should have been able to dodge the 2nd tentacle, or at least insta-saved to buy her at least a little bit more time. She does get farmed, and I'm the next chase, but thankfully I am able to transition to a 2-story area. It's near my original cipher that's really close, so I was thinking I'll either finish that cipher or I'll take the chase if he teleports away. Because it could have gone either way. I was pretty sure he was going to chase me, but I wasn't sure. So they're decoding, and he's looking around for me. since he did lose sight of me while chairing the toy merchant. So I just hang out on top of 2-story. I'm kind of just waiting it out, seeing what I can do. And he does spot me here because of the peepers. And I'm just hanging out up there. I'm like, yeah, come up here. Waiting to see which side he'll come up from so that I can try to go the other way. Since he put a curse mark on me, I didn't jump down because I knew he would be able to just use the tentacle to down me. And so I'm just running around at this point. I know I'm probably going to die soon, but since he wasted so much time, the ciphers should be pretty far. I was pretty confident in wasting some time because of 2-story, and I was pretty successful in doing so. So we're on the last 2 ciphers, and I know that my cipher is the last one, but it looks like they never ended up getting to it, which was kind of unfortunate. They do decide to do their ciphers. So the officer's decoding, and his isn't as far. I want them to rescue me, but the priestess does need to finish her cipher first, because since neither... Well, officer does have Tide, but he can't save since he's dead on chair, and his cipher isn't as far. So the priestess has to finish her cipher and go for the rescue after half. Officer just has to keep decoding, so while priestess comes in for the rescue. I'm getting really nervous here because I'm not sure if she's going to be able to pull it off or not. It's really difficult, especially if she gets caught far out. But she is coming in. I'm getting closer and closer, but she does make it in time to the chair. Just takes the tentacle hit and takes the hit. The feaster does decide to chase me instead of picking up the priestess, which is very lucky for us. I think he didn't expect the cipher to actually be primed right there since it didn't pop immediately after she went down. So it was a risky pop, but we got it off. And so I take the kite here, and at this point I'm just seeing if I can stall enough time. I'm dead on chair, and I'm just gonna run around, see if I can maybe clutch out dungeon somehow. So he's still chasing me. I lost heartbeat for a bit, so I thought he might have lost me, but I wasn't sure. He switched to teleport, and I know that that gate's open, so I just start running for it. I'm like, you know, maybe if he didn't switch to teleport, I can just run straight for it. I take that tentacle hit for the speed boost, but he does switch to teleport here, so I'm not able to make it to the gate. And right here, I see the portal that Priestess set up, and I portal tricked him and went back through so that I could go through gate. It was kind of a bit of a risky play, but I was thinking, you know, at this point, he might be scared to not follow me through the portal because what if dungeon's there? So I just went ahead, took the portal, and it worked out because he went after me. And it was just kind of like a mind game. Maybe he would have just broken the portal and tried to go around, but since I was thinking he won't risk it and he might not expect me to try to portal trick, he's probably just going to expect me to go for a dungeon location. So I kind of thought about that and tried to play around with that and went back through right before he went through, and I was able to get gate and clutch the win there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that game. I think it was pretty cool. It was really messy. We definitely did not play that perfectly. The survivors made a lot of mistakes there. I made a lot of mistakes. I made some questionable decisions. I wasn't really 100% sure what I was doing all the time, but I was just trying things out, hoping like maybe to clutch something out, and it did work out in the end. So, you know, sometimes you just gotta try stuff. Not everything's always gonna work out in the conventional way. Yeah, but risky plays. I still I always think about what I'm doing and I'm like, how can this help? Is this really gonna, will this throw the game? And I think the biggest part where I might have thrown the game was going for that rescue against the toy merchant. If I had gone down with her immediately. If I hadn't dodged the first tentacle, it's very possible that there would have been a double down right there since I didn't have Tide. But luckily, only the toy merchant went down, and I was able to get to 2-story and stall out enough time for the ciphers to get worked on. So yeah, that's going to be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!